And I know, and you know, and we all know, it goes like that smell. It smells so well, my nose.
Hi guys, it's Scotty, and I'm here with my January empties, and as you can see, my bin this month is overflowing. Usually this bin is, it's just a plastic little bin. It usually is perfect for my monthly waxes for these like clamshells and tarts and stuff like that. But this month, for some reason, it's literally overflowing, so I don't know why. But anyhow, this is all my January empties, and I'm just going to get into it because I don't want this video to get to be too long. Most of them are Better Homes and Gardens, Sensationals, and then there's wax tarts from Yankee, and other ones in there too. And then there's going to be other brands too. We'll just have to see when we come up to them. So the first one is Zesty Lemon Peppercorn, and this is by Better Homes and Gardens, obviously. This is a really, really good, fresh, zingy kind of a scent. I really like this a lot. I usually had this going in the bathroom, and it is one of the plug-in accent warmers in the bathroom. I changed the bulb from 15 to 20 watt though, so it does throw pretty good. To me, this is just a perfect bathroom scent. I mean, it could be melted anywhere, but it was perfect for the bathroom. Okay, the next one I have is Tranquil Garden Spa. This one also is one that I melted in the bathroom. And this is just a perfect bathroom scent in my opinion. It's super, super fresh. Wow, it's like a blast. It's really strong. I remember it being really strong. It literally, the name and the picture suits it perfectly. It's a very good spa bathroom scent. For me, I like to melt freshy kind of scents in the bathroom. I don't usually melt like foodie scents in there, or I don't usually melt like candy scents and stuff. I stick to either spa freshy scents like this, or else fruity scents. You know, lemon I feel like is always a good scent for the bathroom. And occasionally I will do woody scents because they can sometimes smell clean. And then of course around the holidays I will sometimes do like cinnamon or something like that. But typically I tend to do scents like this. So this was really good. It was strong. And it shows a little spoon of salt there. I don't know if you can see that. Little spoon of salt. And it does have like a salty vibe to it. In fact, that's what it smells like. It smells very salty and like fresh air and salty, like a saltwater air coming off of the ocean kind of a thing. It smells really good. Very strong. There's also going to be a lot of Christmas scents in this empties video because it's January, so I was still finishing up melting some of my Christmas seasonal holiday stuff. Okay, so this one is All That Glitters. And I spoke about this one in the haul when I did it. I don't really care for it that much, but because I got these for 20 cents, because it was an after Christmas sale, I've been melting them just to melt. And this to me just smells like a very light, musky kind of a scent. There might be the floral in there too, but it's so light I can barely tell what's in it. Just like a light musk is what I get from it. The picture is really pretty, All That Glitters, and I think I got like 10 of these for 20 cents, so I mean, it was kind of a no-brainer. Nothing to write home about there. I didn't really care for that scent. The only way I would probably purchase it again is if it was on sale again for 20 cents. Here's another Christmas scent. Now this one I do really like. This is Sparkling Berry Garland, and this is one of those scents that just smells like the epitome of Christmas time. It is, you know, just perfect for the month of December. Oh yeah, very nice. It has that pine note, or spruce is probably what it is. It's more of a sweet garland spruce kind of a smell. And then the berry is kind of like a bayberry kind of a smell, so it's like a sweet, and bayberries kind of have that like cranberry smell, but not as tart. So it's kind of like a bayberry and then sweet, balsamy spruce kind of a smell. Very, very good. Perfect for Christmas time. And I would say that this one threw normal. It wasn't low, but it wasn't really high either. Okay, the next one is Autumn Hayride, and I absolutely love this one. This is by Sensationals, and it says sipping cider under a blue autumn sky. Now, I'm going to disagree with that description because this totally just smells like hay. It's just a beautiful hay scent. Oh, I absolutely love it. It's like a sweet hay, too. It's kind of like a honey and hay kind of a smell. It really is beautiful. Very unique, very innovative. I have not smelled other wax scents like this, especially in store. And it shows a picture of, you know, like the sky, and it even mentions the autumn sky, and it mentions cider. There's no apple or cider note in this at all, and it doesn't have a fresh note to it. It's just strictly, it's like a very grassy hay, and then there might also be like a sweet note in there. It reminds me of honey. It's like a honey and hay scent. And I know it shows pumpkins on the picture. There's no pumpkin smell in this. It's just a sweet hay smell. And I love that. It actually reminds me of a cologne that I bought by Serge Luton's called Chergui. And it's like tobacco and honey and hay absolute cologne. It's very good, and this reminds me of that. And that one threw very well. Okay, this one is by Tuscany Candle. And I think I mentioned before that I don't like Tuscany Candle wax, but I like their warmers. And that's partly true. I love their warmers, but I have to be honest and correct myself. Some of their wax is called Fruit Garland. And it shows the picture there of like apples in a wreath with pine cones. And I definitely got the woody pine cones. I definitely got a little bit of apple. I got like a sweet, balsam kind of a smell. It's not real pine, it's like a sweet balsam, and then a little bit of cinnamon. This was a really good blend. They really blended this really well, I'm surprised. And again, this one kind of has that just epitome of a Christmas kind of a smell. It's cinnamon, apples, pine cones, and then that balsam garland. It was just really a good one. Fruit Garland. Okay, this one is by Patriot Candles, and I get these from my local Walgreens or CVS, and they're not particularly super high quality wax melts, but they do work sometimes. Patriot Candles, wax melts, sandalwood, and this is a very artificial sandalwood smell. Yeah, it was very, very artificial. It's sharp. It's a very sharp sandalwood, and usually sandalwood, at least the sandalwood that I like, is usually smooth and creamy. You know, sandalwood is kind of known as the creamy wood, and it is a little bit, but it's mainly sharp. It's very artificial smelling, so I would not totally recommend it, and this one also did not throw very well. This one is by Mainstays, and just like patchouli, I love vanilla. I know they're kind of polar opposites, but vanilla is a scent that I absolutely love. I try to, whenever any kind of a brand, whether it's manufacturer, in-store, vendor, I try all the vanillas because I like vanilla a lot. And this is just Mainstays vanilla. Mainstays is kind of like Walmart brand. I think they might also be in Targets, or they started out in Targets. Now they're mainly in Walmarts. And it's just called Vanilla Wax Cubes. It shows a cupcake. And this one actually was good. It's a very smooth, creamy vanilla, and it actually threw pretty good for vanilla. Vanillas I kind of put at a different level as far as their throw, because vanilla just tends not to throw very well. It's kind of a milder scent throw in general, but this one was pretty good. Okay, here's another one of the Fruit Garlands by Tuscany Candle. Like I said, you're going to see quite a bit of holiday melts in here because I got some really good deals after Christmas. And then this one is by Sensationals. This is a red velvet cupcake. I love the smell of this. I've seen other people say that this is a strong throw. For me, it's not very strong, so I melted it in my tea light warmer, and then, of course, it got a really good throw. And it smells like authentic red velvet cupcake. It has that slight cocoa-y kind of a vibe for the cake, and then I know red velvet usually has like a cream cheese frosting. And I kind of almost get like that too, like a creaminess. Very creamy vanilla cocoa scent. I love the smell of this. This is really good. Okay, this is a different one. This one is by D&D Wickless Fragrance Candles. I got this from my local Holly Lobby, and it's called Vanilla Souffle. And it says right there, vanilla, tonka bean, and creamy coconut. So, and this one was really light. It smells good. It's creamy and stuff, but it's just too light for me. But was worth trying out. Vanilla Souffle by D&D Wickless Fragrance Cubes. Oh, and here's another Patriot Candle Sandalwood. I've already discussed that one. Very, very artificial and did not throw very well. Oh, and here's another Red Velvet Cupcake by Sensationals. Here is, oh, my mom really liked this one. This is Sensationals Chai Tea. And this one is really good. Rich and spicy, and that's a really good description of the smell. Oh, yeah. I know when some people smell this, they say that they just get black licorice, which I think is the anise, the star anise, in there. And it is prevalent, but to me it blends very well with the tea note, slight cinnamon smell. The way I get it is I get the tea note dominantly, then the cream, then a little bit of cinnamon, and then you get the star anise. Yeah, that's really good. And this one threw moderately, I would say. Okay, this one, oh, I like this one. This is Sensationals No Place Like Home. This is for me, this is like the epitome of a wintertime melt. Not just December, kind of like November and December. I love melting this one. It says a classic heartwarming combination. And the combination for this one is spices. It's all about the spices. It's cinnamon, ginger, I believe, clove, and then there might be like a fire, like wood note in there too, vanilla, I believe. It's really, really good. And that one throws very well, of course, because it has a whole bunch of spices. Okay, this one surprised me. I was avoiding this one for a while. It's called Farm Apple Pumpkin. And, I don't know, to me, I mean, I'm sure everyone probably knows what I'm talking about, where fall time comes around and it's like pumpkin and apple is just so overdone sometimes, but, I mean, after I thought about it, it's like, well, it's because, you know, they're classics and they smell really good together, and they do here. It's really good. Farm Apple Pumpkin. It's just the perfect blend of apple and pumpkin. And the apple is not overpowering like it sometimes can be when mixed with other ingredients. It's just perfect, pretty much. I smell apple, I smell pumpkin, and there's no spice per se. A little bit, but it's not overbearing. So that one's really good, and that one threw pretty good too. Okay, this one is one of my all-time favorites, and you're probably going to see a few in here because I love this one. This is probably my favorite Better Homes and Gardens melt. This is Warm Crackling Campfire. Ironically enough, this doesn't necessarily smell like a campfire, but it just smells amazing to me. It's a blend of spices and wood, and it's just perfect to me. What it almost smells like is like the perfect fall-time potpourri kind of a scent. It has the spices in there. It kind of smells like a generic candle wax, like in a way. I mean, I know that sounds kind of weird, but it's just perfect to me. Whenever I melt this, I just breathe in when I smell it and just absolutely love it. The ironic thing about this one is this is one, and I have a few that do this, but this is my favorite one, that I'll melt this, and literally, I'm not joking, like 20 hours later, it smells almost better than it did when I first put it on. And I don't know why that is, if just different aspects of like the top and the mid and the bottom are like burning off over time or what, but it's incredible. This is a very long-lasting one. It's pretty strong. The throw is like really good on it. And again, my favorite. This is my favorite from Better Homes and Gardens. And I do have quite the stockpile of it over there, because whenever I see them, I usually get a couple of them, just because, like I said, I do melt this quite a bit. This is not just a fall and winter melt for me. And And I see another one right here, so I'll just show that right now since I just talked about it. Okay, here's another one by D&D, and this was a really good one. In fact, this one's probably my favorite from them. This one is Cherry Lime Spritzer, and the description is sparkling Bing cherries. And the word Bing in there is a very good way to describe the scent. It is just super zingy and bingy and very, very cherry. It's a maraschino cherry, so it's not like that dark, perfumey black cherry. It's very beautiful. This one, if you were to try the D&D candle or the D&D fragrance melt, this would be the one I would recommend to try first. It is an awesome smell. You smell the cherry. The cherry is the dominant note. A little bit of lime. I wouldn't say that's what you really get a lot of, though. The lime, I think, is more just making the cherry, like, zingy. And then the spritzer, it does smell like a beverage, so when you're melting it, you do get that slight effervescent kind of quality. It's not a huge effervescent note like other, like vendors can sometimes do. It's more of like a drink. It's really super good. Yeah, the cherry is so strong in this, it's awesome. It just makes me smile. And this one threw very well. Okay, this was a good one. This one surprised me. This is holiday time, so this is like the Walmart brand during holiday time. And they're calling this one Christmas Mornings. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this before or not, but this scent does not necessarily just smell like Christmas time. There's nothing in it to smell, just for the holidays. It is basically a coffee scent. Oh, and it is so good. It really surprised me that Walmart put this out, because this is very good. If you like dark coffee scents, like black, I'm talking like black coffee, this is a really good one. It basically smells like black coffee with a little bit of cream, and then like it shows that sugar cookie there, just a little bit of a cookie note in there, but it's really all about the black coffee. And this one threw very well. In fact, I think I have one more of these over there, and I'm looking really forward to melting this. It smells really good. So next year, if Walmart puts these out, I'll definitely get some of these again. Okay, here's a wax tart from Pier 1 Imports. And this one's Asian Spice. And it's just a nice blend of spices. It smells like it has like a little bit of musk and patchouli in there and stuff, but it really is all about the spice. And I believe that this is Pier 1's like signature smell or whatever that they have going all the time. And I go there particularly for their patchouli, but I also like this one as well, so I picked up some of these. And that one threw normal. It wasn't crazy. Oh, here's another one of those all that glitters. Let's get this big thing out of the way. Now this was by Chesapeake Candle Company. I had never tried them before. It's a really weird big pack, and it was on clearance after Christmas for $5.10. And it had Tahitian vanilla frosting, and then oats and honey. And this was a joke. I'm not saying I'm never going to try a Chesapeake wax melt again, but their vanilla ones are so light that it was like, I had it on for like an hour and a half, and I was so frustrated that I dumped it out and put something else in, because it just was not throwing at all. The oats and honey part of it was definitely the best part of the whole thing. The Tahitian vanilla and the vanilla frosting was a joke. So this was a waste of $5, but you don't know unless you try. This is Sensational's Vanilla Bean, and this is probably one of my favorite vanillas that I've smelled in wax form to date. It is super strong, and that's one of the things I love about it. And it is so creamy and authentic. There's more to this than vanilla. They got some secret ingredients in there. I'm not sure if it's, a separate like ice cream note, and maybe even like a little coconut or something, or like a milk note or something, but it's incredible. This is one of my favorite vanillas. Oh, I love that, and it's very, very strong too. Oh, and here's one of my favorites. This is Pier 1 Wax Tart and Patchouli, and I've already melted quite a few of these. Patchouli is my favorite scent ever, so usually I'll melt, them pretty much every other day because they're my favorite, so I go back to them, and then in between them I'll do like a bakery scent or a fresh scent or another earthy scent or a woody scent or whatever, but I usually always go back to patchouli, and that one throws pretty good. It's not authentic patchouli, it's kind of like the Pier 1 blend of patchouli, so it kind of has like a, what's the right word? Kind of like an earthy camphorous kind of a quality to it. Here's another one. Like I said, you're probably going to see a few of these in this video. Okay, and here is Better Homes Gardens Warm Rustic Woods. And this is a signature from them. Or I can't remember if it was last year or the year before that, they claimed that this was one of their best-selling candles, the scent. And it is a very good scent. It's very similar to Yankee did one. I can't remember if it was Autumn Lodge or Mountain Lodge. I can't remember, but it's a dupe for one of the Yankee ones. Yeah, this is really nice. It's definitely like a cedary kind of a smell, but it's giving me almost like a tobacco kind of a vibe too. It's very like sweet, warm. Warm is definitely a good name for this one. Very good. This one didn't throw, amazing, but it threw pretty normal, I guess. Okay, this one was a really good one. This is Better Homes and Gardens. This is a dual scented pack, and this one was an acorn and wood. So one side is acorns, and then the other side is the woods. And they were both really good, but let me tell you, the acorn was unbelievable. The acorns smelled so authentic. It actually smelled better than acorns. It was so nutty and just buttery almost. Oh, yes, that's really good. I wish that they would actually do a whole pack of this instead of just the dual. And then the wood side is actually one of my favorite of their woody scents because it has a spicy quality to it that a lot of their other woods don't have. So I don't know what kind of a wood they used, if it's just like a generic wood scent, but it's amazing because it has that spiciness to it. And I better hurry up, this video is already getting too long. And both of those threw very well. Okay, this one is by Patriot Candles, and it is Indigo Nights. And when I was looking through all the Patriot candle melts, I was like, okay, I'm trying to find a patchouli. I'm trying to find a, dark woody one or something, and I couldn't find one. And this was the darkest one they had, and it's called Indigo Nights, which translated would be dark blue night. But it's not patchouli, I don't think. No, it's more like a musky, I think there might be freesia or something. There's a floral in this, and then it's really strong on the musk, and I like musk, so this one threw normal. It wasn't anything to write home about, and I'm not sure if I would really recommend this one from the Patriot brand. And I got that from my local Walgreens. Okay, another All That Glitters. Here's another Tuscany candle Christmas one, and it's in shortbread. This one was really good. It has a bright lemon note in there. It's really good. Now, this one is very similar to a lot of the other like cookie bakery scents from Tuscany. They all have that really buttery, lemony kind of a note, but it's good, so I'm not going to complain. And it threw really well. Okay, here's another Sparkling Berry Garland. I already talked about that one. I melted a few of these. Oh, here's one of my favorites. This is Better Home and Gardens Brownie Pecan Pie. And this is just so good. What you smell is sugared pecans, but you get that strong, like, cocoa chocolate warming kind of a feel throughout the whole scent. Yeah, you definitely smell the pecans and caramel more, but the chocolate is definitely there. And this one throws really good. Okay, this one was kind of a weird one. I passed this one by a few times, and then I finally picked it up. Better Home and Gardens Southern Spanish Moss. And it's a very light throw, I remember that. And it basically just smells like an earthy grass smell, is what all it smells like. Just an earthy grass. Yeah, kind of mossy, I guess. Very light throw, though. Okay, here is a classic from Yankee. This is Balsam and Cedar Tart. This has been around forever, one of their staples, and you're probably going to see a few of these in here too. I think I got these on sale at my local Bed Bath & Beyond, and just an amazing cedar and sweet balsam scent. And that throws very well. Okay, we got Patriot Candles French Vanilla. And this is very light. It's a nice vanilla. It's creamy and kind of airy. Actually, it's more of an airy vanilla than it is creamy. It's more of an airy vanilla. Airy French vanilla. And it throws okay. It's nothing super strong. This one is Better Home & Gardens Pure White Woods. And this one is the Better Home & Gardens dupe for Abercrombie & Fitch's Fierce Cologne, which is one of my favorite summertime fragrances to wear, so I really like this one a lot. And this is very strong when it's in the warmer. Very strong. Very good. Here's another Autumn Hayride. I already talked about that one. Here is another D&D melt. It's called Vintage Luxe. That's a cool name, isn't it? Vintage Luxe. And this says amber and caramel with a smoky undertone. And this is exactly that. It's amber and caramel through and through. I get more amber than I do caramel, but you can definitely tell there's like a sweet caramel note there. Not so much the smokiness, like it says, I wish I could get that, but it's more just amber and caramel. This one did not throw very good. It was kind of just a light throw, but it smells amazing out of the package. Okay, here's another chai tea. I talked about that already. Okay, this one I just did the other day. This is a very good smelling one. Sensational's Honey Bourbon Frosting. Butter, sugar, and a touch of bourbon. And this one is a very light one, unfortunately, so I had to put it in my tea light burner. And then I could smell it, and it did throw pretty good. And what I get is a distinct vanilla-y frosting kind of a smell. And there is a very high sweetness, so that kind of reminds me of the honey in the title. And then the bourbon, I would say, is very mild. It's not like you're going to smell... It's not like a super boozy vanilla, but I can see where they're going with this. It's really nice, though. Yeah, that smells really good. Okay, this one is Sensational's Fresh Air, and I melted this one in the bathroom. And it just says, just breathe. Very, very fresh. Oh yeah, very fresh. And then also notice that it has a sky, but it also has grass in the picture. This is a grass kind of a scent. So I definitely get the fresh note, like the fresh air, like it says, but there's also a grass note in this. So it's kind of like the both of them. So they go really good together, very fresh, perfect for the bathroom. This one was very strong. Okay, this one is an Airwick one. I wanted to try one of theirs, and this wasn't very strong, however. And I got the Frosted Vanilla Cupcake. Nice picture there, vanilla in the cupcake. And it comes like in with the bars. Yeah, it's you can barely smell it even from the packaging. Too light for me. Okay, and here's another D&D wax melt. It's called Midnight Rendezvous. This one is beautiful. It is cedarwood, warm musks, freesia, and spices. And what I get out of this one is definitely the musks and the freesia and cedarwood. And it's a really nice blend. This almost reminds me of like a perfume. And this one threw normal. Okay, here is Better Home & Gardens Sparkling Party Punch. This was a part of those Christmas deals that I got for 20 cents, and this is a really good smell for 20 cents, so I picked up, I think, like 10 of these as well. And that's exactly what it smells like, is a sparkling fruit punch. I know it shows, like, just cranberries and oranges in the picture, but it's more of a fruit punch, just a general fruit punch. Yeah, it's an all-around fruit punch. You don't just smell oranges and cranberries. I think they just did the picture to kind of, you know, for a holiday release kind of a thing, but it really could be melted all year round. In fact, I would even melt this in the summertime. It has sparkling in the title, and it does have that like effervescent quality to it. So it's like an effervescent fruit punch, very good, and that one throws pretty good. Okay, and here is a Yankee. Oh, this is Mountain Lodge. So this is the one that was a dupe for one of the ones I was talking about. Was it the Warm Rustic Woods by Better Homes? So Yankee Candle is the original, obviously. And this is Yankee Candle's Mountain Lodge. And this is a classic. It's been around forever. I love the smell of this. However, it's not the strongest throw. Next time I think I get it, I'll try it in my tea light burner because I've always just done it in my warmers. But yeah, it's a very warm cedar smell, and it almost, again, kind of has that like tobacco kind of a vibe to it. Very, very nice smell. Okay, here's Pier 1 Patchouli again. And we got, what do we got here? Oh, Yankee Candle Chocolate Layer Cake. This is one of my favorites from them. And despite chocolate being the main smell of this, it actually is very strong. Yankee Candles Chocolate Layer Cake. Amazing. Sensational Strawberry and Cream. This is a very artificial smelling strawberry, but I love that. I don't really mind that it's an artificial strawberry smell. It smells amazing. It's strawberries and cream. And it actually throws pretty good, which is kind of surprising because usually strawberry can be mild, unless it's from like a vendor online. Okay, this is Better Home & Garden's Clear Autumn Sky. And this one is another one that, despite the name, I would melt this all year round. This is a very, very, very good one. Very fresh and clean scent. And I almost get like a peppery vibe in there, so it's very fresh and kind of like zesty. Yeah, that's really nice. I'm getting like musk and fresh notes and pepper. Clear Autumn Sky. And that one throws pretty good. Orange Buttercream Cupcake. This is a very good one from Better Homes and Gardens. This is a popular one, and popular for a reason. This thing is strong. This is very strong. It's an awesome smelling scent, though. You do get the orange buttercream cupcake, but it also kind of almost has like a loopy note in there. Like it smells like Fruit Loops, too. In fact, I had this going, and my mom walked in, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, I smell Fruit Loops." So that one's very strong on the throw. Oh, I've got some of my favorites here. Yankee Candle's Patchouli. And Yankee Candle's Patchouli is my favorite patchouli so far. And I've tried a lot of them. It's just an authentic patchouli. Now, in regular warmers, it throws okay, but just okay. So when I put it in the tea light warmer is when I really get good results. So it's just a really good, spicy, earthy patchouli. Kind of sweet, too, though. It kind of smells like there could be like a little bit of vanilla thing mixed with it. Oh, this one's really good. In fact, I got this one melting right in here with me right now. And this one is Tuscany Candles Frosted Cookies. And this is really good. Oh my gosh. It's a super authentic frosting note. Very buttery, very sweet, very sugary. And this was the after Christmas sale, so I picked up a whole bunch of these frosted cookies, and that throws very good. Okay, here's another Pier 1 patchouli. Here's another Yankee Candle patchouli. Oh, here's a car jar. I got Yankee's car jar for your car, odor neutralizer, and I believe I got it in the scent Midsummer's Night. And this is Better Home & Gardens Golden Maple Waffles, and I remember when I melted this, it was like on a Sunday morning or something. My dad walked in, and he was like sniffing around and stuff, and then he happened to look down, and he seen this, because I had it sitting on the counter, and he's like, "I thought I smelled waffles in here." And we all started laughing. But yeah, it smells very good. It's not gaggingly sweet on the maple like I was afraid of at first. It's more buttery. So you see that pat of butter on those waffles? That's what it actually smells more like. You get the bakery note from the waffles, that pat of butter smell, and then the maple syrup. So it's a really good blend. Smells really good. Okay, we're finally getting to the end here. So this is Better Home and Gardens A Thankful Harvest, and this is probably my favorite of the Better Homes pumpkin scents. And this one is, the best way to describe this is just the creamiest pumpkin ever. It's super creamy. Oh. It's like eyes rolling in the back of the head good. That is really, really good. And it's super creamy and super buttery. A Thankful Harvest. Very, very good. Throws really good too. Okay, let's see here. We got another Asian Spice by Pier 1. Got Yankee Candle Spice Cupboard. I really like this one. It's a good blend of cinnamon, clove. I'm not sure if there's a little bit of orange in there. And I think there might also be cardamom in here or something. Oh my gosh, is that good. Very spicy. And that one throws really good too. Okay, we got another Pier 1 Asian Spice. You can see I melted a lot of those. And another Yankee Candle Balsam and Cedar. And we got another Spice Cupboard by Yankee Candle. And I also tried this Yankee Candle's Black Coconut. And it smelled amazing in the package. Yeah, it's like a dark, like cedar vanilla-y coconut. It smells amazing, and black coconut is a good name for it, and that name is exciting, and it was like a dark black tart, but it just was super light. It did not throw hardly at all. In fact, I had to put in a cube of the Better Home and Gardens creamy Tahitian coconut, and then it was really strong, but on its own, it was not a strong scent at all. It smells good, though. Okay, then there's another Yankee Patchouli. And the last two are the same, and I mentioned them before. My favorite Better Home and Gardens scent of all time is Warm Crackling Campfire. Absolutely love this scent. Perfect for me all the time. So anyway, sorry that this video was so long. I definitely did not intend it to be this long. But that's what I melted in the month of January. It was definitely more than I thought it was going to be. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next time. Smell well.